not janky way. So today we are gonna be reacting to Fontano and Los talk about For All the Dogs. I don't really like listen, before I even get into the reaction part of For All the Dogs. I think For All the Dogs, for what it is a 7 out of 10 Drake album. But that means it's like an 8 out of 10 album compared to other people. I think Drake does amazing work. I think that's what we expect of Drake. That's what we know of Drake. So I don't have no real issues with Drake or his album. What I will say is this album For All the Dogs has some of the same problems that Scorpion has, to where too many songs makes it very difficult to hone into the correct vibe and energy of the project. It's like it's so all over the place that you don't ever really get to just cruise. You got to keep changing, adjusting, and I don't like that. Sometimes I like an album to set the tone and just go there, and it didn't just do that. And that's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Drake is an expressive artist. He's very talented. He has great pedigree of music making skills. He's one of the best artists. To me, he's the best artist that's ever lived. I mean, minus probably the dudes that did the piano shit and all that shit. But like Drake is Drake. He's him. So we're gonna be reacting to Fantano and Los talk about For All the Dogs. Again, I'll tell you my favorite tracks. I'll be pausing it and all this. This is a 2 hour video, so please forgive me if this takes a while. This is gonna be the first video for you guys today. I'll be putting out another video later on in the day. I have to do some stuff, so just yeah.
And it's a Drake review. You add 3. You know, I think you're happy. You know, if you're a Drake fan, just take whatever score I've done for a Drake record. You add 3.
What? So what?
Bro, none of your scores are close. None of his scores are close.
You're telling me that you subtract points because it's Drake?
No.
Again, like Fontana is very stupid. I don't even watch his content because, dude, if it comes to any artist, especially if it comes to Drake, this dude is a clown. I will not watch you. I will not respect it. It's gonna be messy. It's gonna be nonsense, bro. So for most part, I don't even waste my time doing this shit. But this one, I had to, because a lot of people been talking about this, and I wanted to make a video on it, but I didn't really have the energy. But I have the energy to make this 2 times 2.
So I don't subtract. I don't subtract. No, I'm not telling you I subtract. Turn off, and maybe for Drake fans, either that stuff you guys might like, or maybe you look past it, or it doesn't factor as much for you. Is what I'm saying.
No, because all I heard was you say, "Yeah, no, dude. Whatever my score is, it's really at 3." That's really
no. I'm not saying it's really at 3 because this is all fucking subjective opinion.
It is.
It's not really at any score for anybody. There's no objective score of a Drake record. Okay, let's get that out of the way. There's no objective score of a Drake record. There's no objective score of any record.
Opinions.
Yeah.
And then there is you just spewing utter nonsense.
That's what I'm saying. There's your opinion, and then there's just you talking shit and saying shit. And there's a really big difference. Sometimes Fontano is just saying shit, and I don't like it.
Once again, which I get it. You're literally getting paid to do it. I would do the same thing. You are making money
spewing crap.
I have evidence because I don't watch enough of your stream.
Okay, what do you
listen. I may not Drake and drive, but I listen to Drake. Okay.
Are you sure?
I love some. If you're reading This Is Too Late, that was my favorite Drake project.
Okay. If you're reading This Is Too Late, it's his favorite Drake project. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's in my top 5 as well. But for him to say it's his favorite Drake project, biased.
I just re-reviewed that project on my TikTok page, and I had to listen to it again. I thought it was great.
I'm glad that you brought up Drake and Drive, because guess what?
What?
For All the Dogs might be a top 2 Drake and Drive album, bro.
Okay.
I've already listened to it front and back 4 times in the car.
Bro. I did it twice. It's not worth it.
I took it during the day.
And did you end up at your ex's house?
I did. We're not together, but she was my ex at some point.
Well, yeah, but the restraining order.
This is insane. We have to skip a lot of this. Okay.
Show this Drake and Drive thing. This is an international
superstar. Drake's an international superstar.
That people people do. I know that you didn't hear about it, but this is
No. I'll admit you exposed me to it. You turned me on to that.
No, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Top 2 is insane though. It's not top 2.
So are we going to talk about the material on this record or not? Are we going to talk about what's on the album?
I'm waiting. Yeah, I want you to start. I want you to go ahead.
Okay. Let's start with the opener, Virginia Beach. You were just playing that a few minutes.
Virginia Beach is a classic. Virginia Beach is a classic. And if this nigga starts off by saying Virginia Beach is anything but a classic, I'm gonna be super upset. Virginia Beach is a classic.
Let's go. I'll say you already know from the review if you were paying attention, but personally, love that track. I think it's a great opener.
It is. It's one of Drake's best openers. I think Drake tends to lead with his best. He always leads with his best. And I think that's an amazing thing he does on most of his albums. Like the first track is always like a stage setter. I think Scorpion didn't do that right. And I think this album didn't do that right. But Drake, he just tends to lead with his best. Virginia Beach is, to me, it's him saying, how much is enough? How much more do I have to do for it to be enough? How much will it matter? How much can it not matter? What else do you need from me? But look at what I need from you. Like, look at all I'll do for you, but look how little you're willing to do for me. That's how I feel about Virginia Beach. From the, you said you want to cook, but baby, can you make amends? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like, I move mountains for you. Lean into me. Fuck all that social climbing. Lean into me. You know what I'm saying? Just it's a classic, and I wish like I could just revert lyric for lyric now, but like I'm not 20 anymore, and so it's kind of just a vibe trying to just do all that. But I'm telling you, that's a classic.
Yeah, I think it's a top tier Drake intro. I think
it's just a top 15 Drake song.
I almost get like I personally when I hear it, I get kind of like a sadness vibe too. Like it's kind of like I don't know. It sounds like Drake's a little upset. It sounds like he's sad. Which it would make sense.
It's a moody track, but one thing I'll say about it is like the thing about I love about this track is it does not, and this is the issue that I had with Honestly Nevermind. It does not sound like he's just improvising or trying to riff his way through this track. Like there are actually catchy melodies on this song that it sounds like he worked on, and that lean into me, like little refrain is solid, and it's catchy instantly. I bet you remember it. I bet if I asked you to sing that part, you'd sing it.
Oh, dude, I can sing a lot of this.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's listening to Drake albums the way Drake wants his albums to be listened to. Because if what you're worried about is the catchiness of the song, you're already off kilter of what a Drake song is even supposed to be.
Well, that's good.
Again,
that's good.
You have to be listening to the music the artist is giving you, not listening to what you want to hear in the music. And a lot of people listen to what they want to hear in the music.
That's a sign that the record's the record's catchy. That you actually remember the melodies when you turn it off, and that you can sing it.
That's Honestly Nevermind. I remember we talked about this. Has your opinion on Honestly Nevermind changed at all?
I've not gone back to it, honestly. I've had no interest.
Oh my God.
No interest in going back to it. I have gone back to numerous tracks on her Lost, though. I love Rich Flex.
Okay. And this is what I'm saying. When you wake up and say, I haven't went back to Honestly Nevermind, haven't listened to Falling Back, A Keeper. Bro, listen to me. When you say, I haven't went back to Honestly Nevermind, which contains Falling Back, Text Go Green, A Keeper, Liability, those are my 4 favorites. There's a couple other ones on there, Jimmy Cooks and all this other shit. Yeah, cool. When you haven't went back to that, and then you say, I played Rich Flex, how serious do you expect me to take your opinion on music, bro? What the fuck are you talking about? This is the problem.
Yeah, I think from what I'm gathering then
this is the problem.
You don't like when Drake is in his feelings. You more so like Drake rapping.
We'll get into that. We'll get it.
He doesn't like when Drake makes music.
Into that. Because there are numerous tracks on this thing where he's in his feelings, and I love it.
Okay.
But you don't like Honestly Nevermind
on this intro, and I love it.
Okay. Okay.
I don't believe this guy. I don't agree with anything he's saying, and I don't believe
Okay.
this guy.
What about
Order from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99 each. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread.
Bro,
I love that one too. Do you have you looked up into Tizo Touchdown's music at all?
Tizo Touchdown was probably the worst part of the album. Swear to God.
Because Drake's been endorsing him and supporting him. Have you gone into his stuff at all?
I listened to his recent album. My favorite song on there. Anyone who's heard it, I love the song Neighborhood. I love what he does in that song. I don't know if you've heard this.
Neighborhood's great. I've heard the whole record, and I think the record's really good.
Okay.
I like that record a lot. I like Mood Swings, and I love that track where it's just kind of like the sex anthem. That track's pretty funny.
Yeah. No, he's very talented. I guess he's someone was telling me about him. I guess he's kind of like underrated. Like he's been doing this for a while, but he's never really got mainstream, or I don't know. But he's really talented. It sounds like.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, that track's a little short, but I like Tizo's contributions to it. I like the gospel touches and the instrumental.
I don't.
And I think Drake's
don't.
rapping on it.
That's exactly what I didn't like. I didn't like the gospelish and the long ass overtone ass drawn out fucking O's and I's and U's and he's like I didn't need that. I didn't like that, and I don't like when Drake does that. So one of my biggest critiques with For All the Dogs is Drake tends to want people on his album because he likes to mix and match sounds, but I don't fuck with that today. I didn't like that shit. And what I will say is Drake tends to have a couple more records where he'll rap and then the beat will switch up and he'll just start flowing, or he'll start it rapping and it'll beat switch and he'll go into a melodic shit. Like he didn't do that this album a lot. He did it maybe 2-3 times. But for the most part, he gave you something and then he let it ride, and then he gave somebody a feature and you just got the song done. I don't know. It was very lazy to me.
It's solid. I wish there was a little bit more to it, but I think it's a good track. I think it's a good one.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Calling for You. Now I got to ask you. You actually like this track?
Calling for You is fire. It's an 8 out of 10. Is it the best song on the album? No. Is it probably a classic? No, maybe. I like it very much. I think it spoke to, before I let them go, I think it spoke to like women and their just inability to be appreciative, to not value. And again, I think this is one of those songs that, again, this is what I was saying earlier about Virginia Beach. I think this falls in line with Virginia Beach, is to where, look what I'll do for you, how little it means to you, and how little you'll do for me and what it means to me. This is one of those moments where you're mad I'm putting you on a coach flight, but I'm paying for your flight. You think just because I have more money, you're supposed to be on a better flight. It's ungrateful. We have a private chef. You couldn't afford that, but because he's not making what you want, you don't like that. I'm flying you to a vacation, a beach, and you're complaining about this. Like this album is very much, I'm hurting and it hurts, and I don't know why it hurts. I just want to be appreciated. I think Drake did amazing. I think this song and the little part where she's crying and bitching was very needed, and I think you have to have a semblance of dealing with women to understand and appreciate what Drake did.
So if
I say they don't. I just don't know that
the middle part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't fucking ignore it because it's like the longest part.
The best part.
Is it not?
It's the best part.
It is, but I'm gonna say
the
this.
best, but it's needed.
Okay.
It's needed.
Okay.
If any other artist, if Kendrick Lamar had this exact thing thrown in the middle of a song, you'd be sitting in front of the camera, shamelessly saying, "This was genius. This artistic style. I love this."
Wait, I'm gonna leapfrog. See, here's the thing. I'm gonna leapfrog what you said.
Yeah, they would dick ride the fuck out of no, because they would dick ride the fuck out of Kendrick if Kendrick dropped that shit. I'm keeping it stacked because Kendrick be doing that little voice thing, and I'm I got my music. Yeah. If Kendrick did that, they dick ride it.
Here, and I'm gonna say Kendrick has done even weirder fucking shit than this. Kendrick literally has a song where they're fucking arguing for 5 minutes.
That was fire.
I know.
That's my song.
So it's like,
that shit's fire.
That's even weirder than this. To me, this isn't weird. It's just pointless. There's not even a message or a reason for it.
But again, there was a message. You just didn't listen to it to get the message. You have to listen to what the artist is giving you, not what you want to hear. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the issue with Fantano, whatever the fuck his name is, you don't tend to listen to Drake albums like with an open ear and an open mind. You listen to Drake albums going in and being like, well, this is what Drake does, and this is what I don't like about what Drake does. Instead of saying, Drake does this, and I like this about what Drake does. You know? Hold on, bear back.
So it's never mind the fact that it's like not catchy and it's a little odd or it's kind of out there or whatever. Kendrick's done weirder shit. Like it's not even that it's weird or that it's not catchy or that it's not whatever. It's not anything. It's just pointless.
No, but this is okay. Let me. I'm gonna try to give you. Think about this in this perspective for a second. Like, open your mind to this for 1 second. All right. Okay. If you really paid attention to this album, and like I said, I've listened to it 10 times front and back, right?
Right.
If you really listen to this, what Drake is talking about, and I don't know if it's one girl or a series of girls, I don't know.
Might be a couple.
But he's talking about, especially the Bahamas thing. Oh, you're talking about Bahamas trip. This,
right.
What
Haley
in this? What'd you what?
Haley's the one who fucked up the Bahamas trip.
Yeah. What he's basically what I think that part is just showing like an ungrateful girl or a girl who's like, you know.
And it's not a ungrateful girl. That's the thing here is we keep trying to limit this to a ungrateful girl. Bro, if you're the average man in 2023 and you deal with any women that are sexually appealing / attractive, this is who they are and how they behave. This is not a new thing. Even ugly bitches act like this. This is not a new, unnoticed thing. Like, this is a reality that we live in. That's the biggest issue I have with some of this. Like, you can't keep saying a girl or 25-year-olds. I was just dating a 48-year-old woman. I'm 28, bro. I was just dating a 48-year-old woman. Bro, they're fucking terrible, bro. And it doesn't, the age doesn't matter.
Whatever, like, the girl who he's describing in other songs too, like, that's her. In my opinion, like, that kind of how I mean, listen to what she's saying in the thing.
For sure she's conceited and she seems like a little ungrateful, to sort of, it's like, oh, we're going to eat this again. And, it's complaining, it's annoying. But
ungrateful, like, bro. The word for it is ungrateful.
Sure. Giving them this, you're mad about that.
No, it's true, but here's the thing. It's like, I can't really imagine Drake around any other girl. Exactly. Like because I feel like any other girl wouldn't be a point of inspiration for him to write about. Like, if he was just in a normal relationship with somebody who wasn't like that, like, and
let me ask you this.
I feel like this is the same exact kind of woman that he writes about all the time.
But my thing is, I feel like maybe that's what they turn out to be, though, bro.
Exactly. It's not the same girl he writes about. It's how he's in. But you have to. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is not a difficult. This is why I'm so mad. It's 14 minutes in. I'm 18 minutes into my video because this is how slow this dude is sometimes. And I be just wanting to skip it because I'm like, you can't not understand this that bad, bro. It's hard to have things, and women want these things more than you. And they want the treatment you can give them more than you. They don't want you. They want the life you provide, the things you provide, and the services you can provide. Imagine being Drake and feeling that way. Imagine being any man and feeling that way about every woman you run into. Not one, not two, not three, not four, hundreds at a time. You have to take you out of the music. It's not about you. This man is making music about his experiences. Understand?
Like, you don't like. I feel like maybe
they start good, but then they turn into that.
Who knows, bro? You remember people's true. Like, when you first talk to a girl, you don't see all the red flags. You don't see all this shit.
Sure.
I'm telling you, I think a lot of the girls he deals with end up being the same, kind of girls, bro. And I don't even think it's his fault, bro. People are like, oh, why is he talking to 25-year-olds? Why is that? What do you want Drake to do? Go find a 40-year-old? What the fuck do you want Drake to do? He's Drake.
I mean,
I think my point is that a lot of these songs can apply to different girls. Like, it's not even about just one exact girl.
It really can.
I think that
it really can. And that's why I don't know who this Los dude is. I've never checked out his content, but like, this is the second time I've heard him argue about the album, an album. I think the last one they argued about was like Honestly Nevermind, and I never watched all the way through because No. But listen, I agree. Drake is running into a lot of women that are not good women.
I don't know, dude. Would you, if girls will be wowed by the money, whatever Drake has to offer, they will be, bro. That's not normal. So like,
But the thing is, but the thing is, there are independent women out there who are, maybe they own their own house and they make a salary and maybe they're successful in the entertainment or the business.
But see, and that's what I keep. When women and fucking soft boy men say shit like this, there are women that are successful and da, da, da. Yes, that's cool. And when they have that success, it rises their ego because they do understand that of all the women, they are the only ones that have got that success. And so they believe that everything that they've garnered for themselves is simply for themselves. They still believe you're supposed to be the thing taking care of them, even though they have the resource to take care of themselves and others.
This industry or whatever,
and not to take care of, but just
like
do
Drake
for.
probably has access to untold amounts of women that you or I could only ever dream of. Like for sure, he can date
millionaires. There's levels to this shit. Even if they're a millionaire girl, what Drake has is surpasses that shit, bro. So what I'm saying is, I think the argument that I'm saying is that any girl this could happen with any girl. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying with this.
Oh, okay. Listen, like,
and the under 25 thing. This is why I'm getting angry at this, because y'all keep bringing up this 25-year-old shit, bro. Leonardo DiCaprio's never dated a woman over 25. Y'all don't say nothing about him, and Drake's dated real grown ass women, by the way. So it just makes no sense that this is being said about Drake, and I don't like it. I don't like the narrative. I don't like the perception. But I'm gonna let y'all cook.
There are women out there who aren't wowed by celebrity. Like, and listen, I've talked to women about Drake. I dated women who look at what I do and see that I have a lot of attention on what I do. Not all women are obsessed with celebrity or find Drake impressive because he's famous and rich and so on and so forth. So, but my point is, like, some guys are attracted to or are addicted to creating relationships like that because it allows them to just kind of like skate through it.
I don't think
they don't have to like put in effort, do this, do that, do the other thing, because the fame does the work, the attraction to the money does the work.
He's not getting it.
What I can provide for you does the work instead.
Do you know what? This is what it is. Drake's perspective is different. This is no offense to you. You just said you did it.
Bro, can we get back to the music? You gotta talk about Drake's dating life.
When you live
like this is very it's just anticlimactic because they're not saying anything. Like come on, bro.
What do you think about Drake trying this kind of rage sound, this Playboy Cardi type sort of sound?
Okay, what are we talking about?
We'll move on to the next song. But you literally, this is like probably the third time I've caught this, where you just randomly will just call a song not a song. You've done this with many Drake songs. You're like, dude, that's not a song.
Right, and you can't just do that. Who the fuck are you, bro? That's why Drake said your life is a fucking one, dude. Who the fuck are you to be just...
How are you just gonna say something's not a song?
Like, come on, man. Compare it to Virginia Beach and Amen. There's like a vast difference between those two tracks. How well they flow together, how cohesive they are, how focused they are musically,
I didn't like
thematically, and whatever the fuck that thing is.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And even the next two tracks too. Which, I mean, Okay, so let me ask you about this generally before we get into either of the tracks. What do you think about Drake trying this kind of rage sound, this Playboy Cardi type sort of sound? Like, what were your feelings on that?
When I first heard it, I was kind of like shocked. I was like, oh shit, I didn't ever think that Drake would do that. But the more I heard it, especially Daylight, especially I Don't Give a Fuck, and the second half of Fear of Heights, the more I hear that, the more I kind of like it, and it's like a different style, but it's the same shit. If you read This Too Late, the shit that you like, right? Of him like, rapping kind of like.
I didn't like a lot of this shit.
What the fuck does that mean?
It sounds fine to me. I don't know why it would sound different to everybody else.
Anyway, okay.
This isn't fair. He's not being fair here, and he's not a real fan because he's saying
Well,
stupid.
you know, either way, I mean, regardless of where we think about where we think that's coming from, I like both those tracks. You know, they scratched a similar itch for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
So
mean,
you didn't hear the tracks, and like some other people I saw on Twitter saying, "Oh, Drake like is trying to sound young or like these other things." Like I think he's just doing like a style that's popular today, but I don't think he's
yeah,
trying
which
to
I mean, on
sound
every
young.
record he always does. And you know, honestly, on a lot of albums where he does that shit, I don't think, you know, sometimes he succeeds, sometimes he doesn't. And I don't really have an issue general.
I can agree with that. Drake is not perfect. Drake is not God. He's made mistakes. Some albums he has not sounded the greatest on certain tracks, and that's a real thing. But that's not been CLB or her loss. I'll tell you that. That hasn't been CLB or her loss. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. So like we can be careful. Honestly, never mind. Maybe.
With him going for
And I'm
whatever
just
the
pulling
hell
up the
you would
track
call
list.
is like, you know, a young sound or something, because like for how many years has Drake and Drake sound like influenced the youth, you know? And at this point, like Drake has influenced either directly or indirectly this entire generation of rappers is coming up now. You know, he's just like reaping the benefits of that in a sense. You know,
I mean, and it
sort
still
of
does
like
influence these people.
it's sort of like why you wouldn't be surprised when, you know, Kid Cudi turns on and collaborates with Travis Scott. You know, Travis Scott loves Kid Cudi and is
Fear of
hugely
Heights
influenced by
wasn't
Kid
even
Cudi's
that bad
music.
though.
And
Like
you know,
what?
Kid Cudi's just like embracing that, and Drake is.
I don't know. These are crazy takes. Like these are crazy takes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I just like moved some shit around.
Crazy.
Stagnate forever and not try anything new ever. Number one, obviously that's a dumb idea and that shouldn't happen. And the thing is, like, the idea of embracing older sounds or older artists or his contemporaries doesn't really make sense either, because like a lot of the dudes who are around his age or older when he was coming up fucking hated him.
Because they can't they can't fuck with him. They can't fuck with him. But you're making his music about people's opinions on him. You see what I'm saying? And this is another issue. You're not talking about the music. You're talking about everything but the music, bro. And this is why I get upset, because we're 27 minutes in. These guys are not talking about music. These guys are not reviewing the Drake album. These guys are not saying anything worth hearing. These guys are just talking out their ass. Listen, bro, I got the track list in my hand. I'm going to read it off. Virginia Beach, classic. I'm in with Tizo Touchdown. I do not like. I would have got rid of. Fuck it. Drake likes it. Calling for You. I like it. 8 out of 10. Fear of Heights. I like it. 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Daylight. Iffy. 6 out of 10. First Person Shooter. 9 out of 10. Classic. I don't give a fuck featuring Yeet. 7, 8 out of 10. I don't. Oh yeah, that's 7, 9, 6, 9. Santa. 8 out of 10. Slime You Out. Classic. Bahama Promises. 8 out of 10. Tried Our Best. 8 out of 10. Screw the World interlude. It's for DJ Screw. Whatever. It's solid. It's there. Members Only. I'm not a big fan of Members Only. I thought this was like a 4. This is where it gets me, right? Out of the first 10, 11, 12 songs, I'm in it. I'm with it. I'm loving it, and it's classics. It's hella hits. It's hella going crazy. But like Scorpion, it got too deep. Like More Life, it got too deep. There was hits in the back end of that, just like there's hits in the back end of this. But there's a long stretch of just, okay. Look, Members Only. I ain't fuck with it. It's 4 out of 10. Drew a Picasso. 4 out of 10. What will Pluto do? Classic. All the Parties. 4 out of 10. 8 a.m. in Charlotte. J. Cole just dropped that Secret Sauce shit with Yachty. This didn't do it for me. This is like a 4, 5, 6 out of 10. BBL Love. The fuck is that? 4 out of 10. Gently with Bad Bunny. 4 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I don't understand the stupid shit. Rich Baby Daddy with Sexy Red and SZA. Biggest complaint is, why the fuck is Sexy Red on a Drake song? 4 out of 10. And I love that song. Another Late Night with Yachty. 6 out of 7 out of 10. Away From Home. 8 out of 10. Classic. Polar Opposites. 8 out of 10. It's not a bad album. It's just a very confusing album. It starts with Virginia Beach, ends with Polar Opposites, but the start to finish It's so up, down, and grainy. You're just like, my nigga, Drake, why? That's the issue with this album. It's not that it's bad. It's that you can't get where you're going without being confused by how to get there.
And hated everything that he did and everything that he tried and thought he represented, like, you know, the death of hip hop and blah, 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 blah. So it's like, why the fuck would he turn around and collaborate with Joe Budden or any dude that kind of brings that sort of vibe or brings that sort of sound? Not only is that not the kind of thing I think his audience is looking for, but like that section of hip hop long ago completely rejected him and did everything that it could to prevent him from moving forward and advancing. So it's
also 95% of those people are not relevant today.
Sure, yeah, no, he outlasted them, you know. So it's like, you know, even though maybe to some guy like Joe Budden, it looks weird for him to be collaborating with Yeet, you know, which again we'll talk about in a few minutes. But like, to me, that makes total sense. He's just trying to stay on top of what's new.
I'm glad that you're not shitting on that, because I was gonna have a real problem, because I know that you said you want to see Drake try to expand your.
And
you like the track?
Yeah, no, I like the track. I think the track is great. I thought he had good chemistry with Cole. I thought Cole's lyrics kind of felt like a victory lap, considering how far they've both come since, like you were saying, since the last time they did a song together.
Look, this is just first person shooter. They're not going nowhere.
Bars,
30 minutes.
A lot of Drake's bars are very braggadocious, but funny too. I thought Drake was funny on the track in a good way. And yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna break down first person shooters. And to me, this is where I'm like, I'm an egotistical ass nigga. And I know like ego is a bad thing to people, but I think ego is a beautiful thing. And I have an ego, right? So I think I'm better than niggas. It's just how I live. Drake, when Cole goes off like that, Drake can take that as a challenge. Drake can take that as be like, oh, you think you really can fuck with me? I'm gonna show you different. Instead, like Drake said before, better not make this shit about the numbers, is all I know. Better not make this shit about that money, all I know. Better not make this shit about, nigga, the hits is all I know. Nigga, I got more slaps than the Beatles, is all I know. I got one more, I'm passing Mike, beat it, beat it, beat it. It's like Drake doesn't care about all these words y'all saying. Because at the end of the day, the fans determine this shit. If you're good, you get bought. Your music gets bought, your image gets bought, your time gets bought. If you're not, it doesn't. Drake Cole got fucking talent and skills and he's fucking dope. But Drake's on Drake's level and Drake knows the difference. I can out rap you, I can out sing you, but my versatility to do both is what sets me apart. And so before I take time to do one, I'll make sure I stay separate from the competition before I even let there be a comparison, because I'm just that much better.
For it too. I just thought it had big energy, big dick energy, and it went well.
Yeah, I don't understand, and we're talking about the Joe Budden shit again. I don't understand the criticism on that too. He almost was like, don't let J. Cole on your song, because he like, I don't know if you heard that part, but he said like, you shouldn't have done that because J. Cole, I don't know. I don't understand why Joe Budden is like hating on everything, but whatever, dude.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't take the good, and you know I'm fairly critical of Drake, obviously, you know, but like I don't take Joe Budden's opinion on it too seriously, because I feel like his whole basis for it kind of started off with like a lie, and that lie being that like, man, there was a time when Drake was rapping for the rappers, which like never happened. Never happened. There was never a point in Drake's career where he was like desperate for the validation of like Joe Budden to the point where he was like changing the way his music sounded. You know, there were definitely pockets of his career where he was not happy with the fact that like, you know, this sector of hip hop was giving him so much shit. You know, but never at any point was he like, well, I'm going to change up my whole set just to make these guys like my music. You know, he never did that. And there was never a point where like all these dudes like Joe Budden were like huge fans of him and were like, yeah, this guy's amazing. This guy's awesome. Oh no, what happened? He used to be so lyrical. Oh no. You know, it's like, so he's kind of starting off his whole critique with like a description of a point in history that never occurred. You know,
and people some people don't know that.
I would disagree with that. I think Drake did definitely take a lot of criticisms and from people, and he went hard on a lot of his songs, and that's why for you to say if you're reading this too late is one of your favorite Drake albums, and you just went and listened to it, and then say he didn't have no bars in his music. This is what I'm saying. Fans aren't fans of Drake. Fans are fans of the shit they like from Drake. But I'm a fan of Drake. I'm a fan of the Drake music. The singing, the rapping, the in-betweens, and everything. Sometimes I don't like all the feature choices, but if that's his expression of how he's getting his music off, who am I to cry and complain about it? I'm gonna respect it more than I'm gonna start bitching like, oh, I didn't like this, and you could have did that, or you should have. You know, I'm not that type of nigga. But at the end of the day, like, I'm a fan, so I like the music.
This dude Joe Budden dissed Drake, like he made diss tracks.
Yeah, he's him and Drake have had tension for years. So for him to sort of like start this story and act like, yeah, there was a time when I really loved his music or loved this or loved that, doesn't quite make sense either.
Exactly, bro. Like he's kind of an art. Like, how would you, who would you like equate to a Yeet? Like, what's another artist like that?
But I don't listen to him. I don't know. Difference is I don't listen to these niggas. I don't listen to these niggas.
And I gotta say this too, and this is something else that pissed me off when I saw it. I don't know if you go on TikTok a lot, but for some fucking reason, there's like a high quality like animation of Yeet and Drake. Have you seen this or no?
No. Again, that's top three for you. Would you say it's 3 or 2?
What top 3? What?
Fucked. I'm not even fun.
All right, I believe you, bro. I believe you.
Hey, Los, can you do something for me?
Yeah, I'll fucking walk out of the room, bro.
Why don't you say it? It's not fruity. It's fun.
What? All right, come on.
Come on, what?
Let's move on with the. There's a lot of things that I got to here.
All right, okay. All right, 7969 Santa. I like this one too.
I like that one too.
To me, this track felt like it was almost like a dream sequence in the middle of the album, and I felt like I was in Drake's mind in like a weird spacey purgatory kind of place with Chief Keef samples playing in the background. I mean, it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
I liked it. I really liked it. I think to me that's top 3 in the album for me. Just because
really?
I like those kind of songs.
Really, top 3 on the album for you.
I really like that one.
It is.
I find it interesting that you, again, that's top 3 for you. Would you say it's 3 or 2?
That's very hard for me because I think Virginia Beach is easily clearing that. I think What Will Pluto Do is kind of clearing that a little bit, but then you can argue that clears Away From Home and Polar Opposites. I'm not mad at top 3 because those are my top songs, but no, because then you got the First Person Shooter, which First Person Shooter is hard. So it's not even I don't like it. It's hard. It's I like it. I just, again, I'm not listening to Drake for that. And that wasn't a Drake song. It was a Cole song. It's different.
I would say it's 3 or 2.
Okay.
And I'll tell you my other ones as we get through this.
Okay. Is there? I wanna know.
We already passed them.
Is there a certain bar or anything else about this track that stands out? I mean, I described the things about it that kind of stand out to me. Is there anything or a bar or anything about it that makes it a favorite for you since it's ranking so high? Anything that Drake says or does on it?
The Tizo part when he comes in and says the show.
Yeah, the Tizo part at the end is amazing. Yeah, that's true.
Listen. Let's hear what Joe Budden said. I don't like the Tizo parts. I don't. I keep that nigga off. Just leave him alone somewhere.
Take a chill pill, Anthony. Have a drink. Throw on some instrumentals. Maybe write one of those fellas. Do your thing. Let me do my thing joints for old time's sake. A little radio play would do you some good, Baba. That's what he said, dude. Who said that? Drake said that. Do y'all hear that? To you? That's what I'm saying. Yes. I'm confused. I'm not.
I am a little too.
See, I think I'm guessing. It sounds like he thinks that this is like
I think that
somebody put a battery in his back. I think somebody put a battery in his back. Time. And like I want more I fuck. Like you know anything about that? So sends me this voice note that I don't listen to. And my DMs are lit. Shit. Okay. Sound nice. Look at you. Sound nice. Look at you. Take a chill pill, Anthony. Have a drink. Throw on some instrumentals. Maybe write as I fuck. Like you know anything about that.
Because you don't.
It's my best to bro Eskimo. But I'll keep her. Because they just don't want to laugh at me, right? It's bad. It's bad. My niggas is mad for me, I think. My niggas is so just drink some tea, nigga. do whatever old niggas do to chill out. You ready to set it, that modest home shit, right? I build modest homes. Holy shit.
So funny though.
Keeping music. I don't give a fuck what you listen to in your free time because the people's opinion I care about don't have free time. She still is another jab. Why do we feel like the need, like, you don't, not only do you not have to do this right now, but it don't work on me. I don't know if people know that about me, that this type of stuff don't work on me. But it's fine. I don't even understand that. I'm lost.
Are you lost? What do
I
you mean?
also don't care if you like or dislike something, but don't talk about my life and shit like you trying to plant some seed or paint some narrative and turn people against me. Okay. Talk about the music. If you hate it, you hate it. But you talking about I'm out here fucking 25-year-olds. This is personal, so I won't read them. That shit feels malicious to me, and I don't do well with that. Your nerd co-host can sit and talk about gangster this and that, but you know how we get down, so keep it journalistic, you bronies. I never even read the end of that. I'm reading your lyrics. Okay. I agree with that. I'm reading, not only am I reading the lyrics, but doing that, reading the lyrics is like taboo, right? You can't say you can't. I was like, what's the girl? Sha'Carri Richardson. That's what my experience was. Listening to this album, anybody that has listened to it, it's been out for enough days now. It don't sound like this nigga's having the greatest of time fucking 25-year-olds. I think that even when you brought up the 25-year-old shit, not even to shoot you no bell, but you brought it up in relation to the music.
But it's wrong. It's wrong.
Oh, so you didn't want me to skip that line. You didn't want me to overlook that line. Not even 4 bars later, you back reminding me that this bitch is young.
You see what I'm saying? And this is the Joe Budden problem, bro. You lack the acknowledgement of any wrongdoing, bro. Like, you're wrong, bro. You're talking about who this nigga's fucking. You don't know who he's fucking. You're saying 25-year-old women like he's always fucking 25-year-old women. Like Drake ain't fucking some of your ex bitches. Like Drake ain't fucking some of the bitches you want to fuck on. Stop acting ignorant on that fucking camera, nigga. You know what it is, nigga. And that's why Drake mad. Cause Drake saying, bro, you know my body, bro. Like, even though we don't even be like that, like, you know my body. Stop playing, like, nigga, come on. And it's weirdo shit, bro. Like, you keep saying that 25-year-old shit, and you talking about, oh, you're letting me know she's young. Well, obviously, one song can be written about an experience, but that don't dictate my entire dating experience or history, bro. I don't know. Joe is just on some real hater shit right here, and it's like you can pretend to niggas that don't know the history of you and Drake, like this nigga just said. But real niggas know the history, bro. Y'all, you don't fuck with him. Y'all don't fuck with each other. You wrote a diss song about this nigga, which was pretty fire. Respect. Just nigga, chill out. You know you want to be in that position. Every nigga that rapped had the dream of being a big rapper, wants to be in that position. It's his position. Let it be. You doing what you doing. Do it right. Don't get on there talking mad reckless, saying hella shit out your neck. Like, chill out.
I like that. I like when
That's it.
I like when an album feels like it's doing callbacks to shit and like, you know what I mean? Like, this is about the dog. I like all the dog sounds.
You like the dog sounds. Did you like the park radio parts? The park
yeah. I like when an album is on theme. Like, it's a fun
But this album wasn't on theme for a lot of the album. That's the issue.
listen. So yeah, I like that part. That's why I like.
The album wasn't on theme with the album. Like, the shit called For All the Dogs. It was one of the most. Okay, listen. I believe, like, as a dog, you chase cat and you chase cats and you catch some and you don't catch some, and when you catch some, you don't know what to do with them. And some of the cats are good cats and you enjoy the cat, and then some cats scratch you and teach you not to chase cats. This is the dog shit For All the Dogs. But even then, it just wasn't on that.
7969. If it didn't have that part, I might not feel the same way. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Did you like Slime You Out too when you first heard it?
Classic.
So I like Slime You Out. I think that if we heard it within the flow of the album, I think it would have been better. Because
better how?
it was number one. A lot of people do like the song, but I feel like now though it's been a couple weeks. When you're listening to the album, you kind of skip it just because you're like, I want to hear everything else. But I think eventually I'll get back to like that'll be, a song I let play through. But yeah, I do like the song. But it's long in the middle of the album when you've already heard it,
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I let it play through every time I listened to the record, outside of when I did that on stream because we already heard it. Mostly because like I think it's a highlight and
it's a top, yeah.
I just enjoy it musically. I enjoy it in some of the other moments here, so I'd rather just listen to that. I'd rather just play it through. I think SZA's
first time he said something competent, because Slime You Out is definitely a highlight of that entire album, and it spoke to where Drake's at with this. I can't do it all for you. I can do everything for you, but I can't do it all for you.
Contribution is great. I like the narrative tension between Drake and SZA. I think that it's great that
it speaks to the ego of the women. It speaks to the ego of the men. It speaks to the men trying to find solace and comfort in women, and women not having the ability to take that from men. It's very. I like it a lot.
She comes in on the track and he brings her in, and she provides counterpoint to what he's saying.
Yeah. I think what I mean when I say that is that I think I just wish that I didn't hear it until the album.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying.
No.
Okay. And look, to an earlier point that we were talking about, and to sort of talk about the general themes of the record a little bit, I think as far as like exploring, fighting, arguing, relationship drama, not getting along for X or Y or Z reason, wherever these things come from. This is a way more interesting way of exploring that and bringing it onto the record than like, let's throw in a however many minute audio piece of this, like, girl fucking talking about oxtail. You know what I mean? Like, I think
a girl's perspective and a guy's perspective on the same subject in a song. That's what you mean by, instead of just having a random clip.
Yeah.
It's Bahama Promises. Because I think Bahama Promises is one of the best songs on here. That's what I'm saying. This song has at least 8 classics. Not classics, but it has at least 4 classics and 8 to 10 fire songs. But it's 23 tracks. Maybe that's me down counting it. But there's some shit on here I will not be listening to. That's just the reality of it. And I can say that.
People look and go, oh, dude, oh, you're rich, you're this, you're that, oh, boo-hoo, right? That's like a thing that you're basically doing to Drake when, dude, at the end of the day, he referenced it in the fucking song with J. Cole. He's just a guy in a studio. This is a regular human. He's trying to enjoy his time in the Bahamas. And what happens? You got some annoying girl ruining the
who he brought there.
He did, but she broke her pinky promises with him.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
She broke her pinky promises. You heard that shit? That hurts the most. When you break your pinky promises to me, baby girl, that hurts the most. That's what I'm saying. I'm on Drake's side. Like I understand Drake is not perfect, and I understand this nigga be on some bullshit. But regardless of all that, you broke your pinky promises. Like, you hurt my feelings. Like, and I have every right to feel that way, bro. Like, I do, and I will. Like, I mean, fucked up. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. I feel like.
Here's the thing, though. Like, chances are this was not the first time this girl was annoying on the Bahamas trip. If somebody to me is annoying before a Bahamas trip, they're most likely going to be annoying on the Bahamas trip. I mean, and listen, if you've been on trips, you know that, like, that shit tends to create tension with certain people.
No, and I get that. And if you listen, you talked about your dating history or whatnot, right? Dude, you don't plan for a fight. You don't plan for something to go wrong. You don't plan. Yeah, you could have hatched in the past, but maybe it's going better now. All of a sudden, this shit could go fucking south. And then that is what I'm telling you. The shit, and on a vacation is the worst possible place where this could happen, bro. Because there's no escaping. You can't pack someone up, send them out of the Bahamas. You're there with her, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like no one's taking account into the fact that Drake is a human being with emotions and feelings and deals with traumas and struggles just like the rest of us. He's rich, yes. He's rich, yes. He's rich, yes. That doesn't stop the problems. Really, doesn't.
You gotta work through that shit, just like anyone else.
Yeah, I don't think he has to. He can get another hotel room. He can get another hotel room. He's Drake.
But you see what I'm? You can get her another hotel room. You can get. Why does money have to be the solution? Why does me spending money have to be the solution? I think money is the problem. Money is the problem, if you ask Drake. And this we're gonna get into that in another track. The money is the problem.
You don't got to deal with anybody that you don't want to.
The money is the problem.
And also like you're not married to her.
So if you're dating someone for 6 months, you can pack them up. Yeah, fuck you, go in another room.
If somebody with me, if somebody is so annoying that they would do that they would ruin my Bahamas trip, I wouldn't date them for 6 months.
But you don't know that until the Bahamas trip thing happens.
No, you do if they're super annoying before the Bahamas trip.
I mean, I guess, but it could be, something goes wrong, and then now you see the true colors.
But
you never know.
Look, if someone was like, listen, if somebody was really fucking up my Bahamas trip, here's me. If someone's really fucking up my Bahamas trip, I'd say, fuck you, go back to the hotel room, or listen, I'm gonna distance myself from you, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Bahamas trip by my.
But this is how lames do shit, bro. I'm not in the Bahamas to be in the Bahamas. What the fuck a nigga want to be doing in the Bahamas? I'm in the Bahamas to be with the bitch I took to the Bahamas. This is the mathematical just error of fuck weird niggas. Nigga, I'm in the Bahamas to be with the bitch in the Bahamas. I don't want to be the fuck is in the Bahamas. I'm rich. I could bring the Bahamas to me. Fuck, I need to go to. I'm here to be with you here, and you're making it difficult to be here with you.
Myself.
He's a weirdo.
Okay, what if you went wanting to enjoy it with the person you're with?
I mean, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. No, maybe that's why he made a song about it.
That's something that I wanted, but like plans change if people like turn out to be toxic.
You see how he says all this shit oh well, you're just how it turns out to be. Just being like, stop being a suck ass nigga. If you went to the Bahamas, you was trying to have a good trip and you wanted to go with the shorty, you're gonna be hella mad if she fuck it up because I really wanted to spend this time with you. I really wanted to vibe with you. I really was liking you and feeling you, and I thought this could go this way and we could enjoy each other company. Like, this is why he a sucker, because you could just keep it a stack, bro. He won't keep it a stack.
Yeah, you're so dude. This is not real emotion. That's not human emotion. Dude, you'd be disappointed.
Bro, facts, bro, facts.
There are women in the Bahamas.
Are you, dude? Get the fuck. Yeah, you're gonna go pick up women in the Bahamas. You fucking upset, bro. You'd be upset.
Listen, it depends on how much emotional investment I had in the person before I brought them.
You had enough to take her to the Bahamas. You had enough emotional investment to take the bitch to the Bahamas. This is what I'm saying. When do people stop acting like they're not human, bro? You're human. You woke up, you liked the girl, you had the finances and funds to take her to the Bahamas with you so y'all can enjoy a trip to the Bahamas. On y'all trip to the Bahamas, she makes this, and this problems. She starts ruining the trip. What's complicated here?
The Bahamas, which personally, there would have to be a lot. Like, I'm not like.
For us.
Like I'm not even sure. Like you say 6 months. I'm not even sure if I would bring someone to the Bahamas after 6 months. It would have to be quite a while.
This nigga.
No. And that's true.
But we're not the nigga with the funds and finances to be able to just do that, though. If a Bahamas trip to you is just a quick little, I want to go do this Tuesday, then I go do this Tuesday with the woman I'm talking to. It's simple stuff. That's what I'm saying. These dudes talk like they don't have no real life experience. Like, bro, I could call someone right now and be like, yo, let's go eat. That I don't even like that. But because I enjoy her company and I fuck with her, we'll go eat. But she can ruin the meal. She could ruin the meal, asking questions that shouldn't be asked, doing shit that she's like just things can be ruined, bro. It's a human experience, bro. Stop being weird.
We're talking about Drake.
We are.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because he has, listen, a Bahamas trip is not a mortgage payment for him. So he can just like, if he's dating someone after 2 months, and be like, fuck it, let's go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Before I know you're stupid and annoying. And then I bring you on my Bahamas trip and then you ruin it.
Yeah.
So I think in that instance, he only has himself to blame.
So that's your, okay. So your problem with the track is that Drake has no one else to blame but himself. But ignore the music.
It's an annoying, complaining ass song. And
bro, nah, that shit too glossy. I can't use that shit no more. That red one's lip glossy as fuck. I don't like this shit, bro. Just what we doing? We complaining now? We complaining now about niggas having complaints and dealing with issues in life? It's complaining. Come on, bro.
Listen. Here's the thing. My other gripe with the track is that it's one of these, like, you know, R. Kelly style rant R&B, you know, type songs where it's like there's not even a tune to it. He's just like kind of singing his way randomly through a story, and it's not even a good story. It's about some bitch that you shouldn't have been dating ruined your Bahamas trip. Who cares?
You're just saying it. Listen. You're just saying it's some bitch he shouldn't have been dating. This could be the daughter of a rich philanthropist nigga who went and was graded and is smart and is a businesswoman and is capable and all this other shit. It don't stop the fact she ruined our Bahamas trip. What the fuck is these niggas talking about?
Fucking cares. Haley, you ruined my Bahamas trip. And that's the other first mistake that he made there. You should have never brought Haley to Bahamas.
What? Come on, bro.
Okay, because the thing is, there's already 50 other guys making 6 figures plus a year bringing a Haley down the Bahamas. Like, don't do it. It's just a bad move.
What if you loved her, bro?
Okay, let's talk about the next track.
See, now
let's talk about the next track. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is how they treat Drake. And this is why I don't be liking shit, because I'm like, y'all act like Drake is superhuman and can't be a man with emotions and heart and love and care. Like, this is not
out of the realm of possibilities of Drake and love. All right, let's go, bro.
All right, tried our best. I love this one. This one's great.
Yes.
This is a top 3 track for me.
Yes. Why do you like it?
I think it's just got a great tune. I think he's actually, again, he's caring about the vocal melodies. It's a great vocal performance. It's a good song structure, and again, it's actually a compelling story about, you know, trying your best in a relationship, and obviously, you know, despite your best efforts, things kind of go to shit anyway. And you know, again, I think it's just a straightforward story. It's good storytelling, and you know, it's a great tune all around. You know, Drake is in his R&B bag, like I said in the review on this track.
And I think if I had not, because I got the leak of this song like months ago, and it was actually this exact song. Like, he didn't really, I don't think he changed anything. And when I first got it, I was playing that every day. Like, so
Tried Our Best is a classic. We can just leave it there. Because before I sit and listen to all this forever, we can get to where we know we need to be. Like, bro, facts. A new way every 3 weeks to humiliate this nigga.
Best thing since Emergent.
I think there's ways of going about that content. There's ways of not, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a big point of debate here.
I know I was making a joke about Chance the Rapper shit.
Yeah.
And the Big Day, whatever. If you listen to that album right now, tomorrow, do this.
Okay.
Please do this tomorrow. Go listen to that album from the start. Don't listen to Hot Shower.
Okay.
Listen to the album. Guarantee you'll like the album, bro. I actually guarantee you'll like the album.
Okay.
That song, and it's a very rare occurrence, but one song could actually ruin an entire album, bro. And that was a very rare occurrence that did. That's right now. Anyone in here, same shit. Go listen to that, bro. You might think, oh, dude, it's so ass. Go actually listen, bro. For real. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, I'll keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Members only. Did you love members only?
I love when Drake and Party Next Door do a song. I love this song, but my worst line ever for Drake is in this song, so it automatically gets a little.
I gotta hear this. What is Drake's worst song line? Is it worst line ever or just worst line on the song?
Worst line I've ever heard him say.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, what is it? Is it the buy one?
Yes.
Now why do you not? Are you just saying that you're never mind.
What, dude? What?
I'm just saying, are you just like are you just afraid that of what it's gonna mean if you
Chad.
Well, listen, there's nobody uncomfortable in my chat. Everybody's kind of chill. There's some dick suckers in my chat
right now. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple of your comments in the chat. Keith Ledger with some dreads? What the fuck is that comment?
That's a Brockhampton lyric.
This guy is a clown and closeted clearly. And now you're fans saying shit like that. This is what I mean, bro. This is literally like, this is why I said I don't want to sing this fucking song, bro.
Someone in chat just said that Los might be a lesbian. He has like, and again, this is because I think, and I can't tell you all the details here because I don't think he lays them out very clearly.
He's saying she's one of the gang, so it's like
people where it's like you.
All right, can we get to the best parts now?
Say I know what it is. Like, are you trying to say I've taken Cialis? Like my dick doesn't work?
All right, bro, what's going on here?
I really like. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's a little cringe at a few points, honestly.
God damn it, bro.
Like he's talking about it like he really looks up the future. Like, what would my buddy Future do? You know, and he's like,
and this is as I said, like, no, he's not, bro. He just said like, what would Pluto do? Like, bro, the bitches love Pluto, so what would Pluto do? Like, it's not, you gotta be on point. You niggas are not. This was the problem with these people reviewing Drake. You niggas are not niggas that are even supposed to be listening to Drake. He don't make music for y'all. Why are y'all listening? How you don't recognize why he's saying what would Pluto do? Because the hoes love Pluto. They love Future. They'll die for Future. Facts. What would Pluto do? He fucked that hoe, so I did it. Oh, I don't.
It just like sort of seems like a weird insecure validation kind of thing. Like he thinks Future's a really cool guy and he wants to be more like him. And then there's that other part where he's talking about like dropping Cialis. so he can give Adonis a baby sister. Like that's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird.
Cialis drink shit. You know what that is. You definitely know what that is, right?
Wait, I definitely know what is.
Bro.
What?
His son does need a sister, bro. What are you saying?
You definitely know what that means, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna skip a lot of this because I really don't want to hear none of this.
Like an erectile dysfunction.
Like after this, it's more skips.
I know what it is. Like it's
after, and so they're gonna make jokes about this for 10 minutes, but just fine.
All right. The last 3 tracks on the record, honestly, for me are just like totally boring.
No way.
Totally boring.
No way. This is why I don't fuck with him. No way you're saying the last 3, which are some of my favorites of all.
I mean, and that makes sense coming from you.
It does make sense coming from me.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah,
sick in the head.
The Lil Yachty track adds little to nothing. Away From Home, I get the concept.
I remember.
We're going to the past. We're walking down memory lane. We're going over all these various things that have happened to bring me to this point. But like, what the fuck is with the Esperanza Spalding shit? Like, where the fuck was that coming from?
So
Away From Home was 2 minutes. What do you mean too long?
She's a jazz.
Bro, I hate people so much. Someone said Away From Home was too long, like it wasn't a 2.5 minute song.
Bass player and singer, and all the more reason for that shot to not make any fucking sense. Because if you're Drake's core fan base, and you have no fucking idea why he even brought her up. Like, why mention her by name?
We don't care, nigga. We riding with Drake, nigga. Fuck that
What if
bitch,
she
nigga.
did something fucked up to him?
Right. What? We talking?
He would have said so on the track.
Nigga, I like what Drake like. Nigga,
according to the
did
narrative
Khaled
of the
not,
song.
nigga, did Khaled not explain to you the realities of how we living? I like what Drake like. Simple shit, for real. I like what Drake like. I like what Drake like. Simple shit. 5 words.
All she did was win an award that he didn't get.
What?
You didn't notice this part of the track?
It's not that I didn't notice it, but what I'm saying is there's no way that the only thing
that you took away from that is that
Drake really mess with anybody in the jazz scene. Like, I don't know how much Drake has to do with anybody in that world of music.
Hold on, wait. Before we kind of glazed over Another Late Night. That's a catchy song. I love the hook. Another Late Night, what bitch? Yeah, Lil Yachty comes in and does his Lil Yachty shit, but that's Lil Yachty, bro. It's a unique.
I mean, I like the beat on the track. I just don't think it's that is interesting of a song generally.
But when you say interesting, right?
Yeah.
How many songs on the album Damn are interesting?
Damn's not my favorite record, but I mean, listen, that's not even a point of comparison. Listen, I think it's a song that's trying to be a fun song. Yeah, but like, I just don't think it's that fun. Rich Baby Daddy is fun. Yeah, I don't think Another Late Night is that fun of a song.
Okay.
I just think I think it's pretty low impact, especially compared to the song that just came before it.
I mean, listen, we'll agree, disagree. I think it's a fun song. I like listening to it in the car.
This isn't like this is what I'm saying. Anthony Fontano is insane. This is why Drake doesn't fuck with you. This is why Drake don't fuck with some of y'all. Not because he don't like y'all, because he hears the shit y'all say and he be like, bro, what? You know, this is what? Like that's what you could say this to me. What?
We know the cars where you like listening to it.
I mean, yeah, it's
Damn is better than any Drake record.
At first, I was like, the Lil Yachty. But
Damn is better than any Drake record is crazy. It's insane. Listen, people, you are allowed to have opinions, but that does not make them good. And that does not mean you should have them. Sometimes shut up. Fuck is going on around here?
But then I was like, dude, I kind of like it. So now I fuck with it.
All right, well, either way, I just find it really odd that Drake is on the Away From Home track. Yeah, he seems like, almost kind of like upset that he had to deal with some obstacles to get to where he is.
He's not upset. Why do these niggas have such terrible takes and think that they should just say it? He's not upset about nothing. He's letting you know, bro. The niggas that don't know, nigga, I remember, nigga. They remember. We remember what it took to get here. Y'all think I just got here. Y'all think I'm just Illuminati because I got money. But okay, no, nigga. I remember, nigga, eating chicken tenders. Nigga, sharing chicken tenders. Nigga, I remember watching the homies hoop. Nigga, I remember having to make plays cross town, cross city for a couple dollars to get some food. Nigga, I remember when I tried to start my brand label off and somebody tried to take it and sue us for it. Nigga, I remember. Drake remembers, nigga.
I feel like that's the point.
I remember.
A place in life where you can be proud of the success.
Trouble make their ass remember.
Would you have rather just everything to get to the point where he is now just be easy? Then there'd be nothing to brag about. There'd be no tension. There'd be no story. There'd be no nothing.
What he's saying throughout the whole thing is that he remembers.
Yeah.
A lot of other people don't remember, and a lot of people just see Drake as, oh, you're just Drake.
Thank you.
Well, I know he remembers. I'm just saying, like, in the context that he brings some of the stuff up, it just seems like he's kind of bitter about some of it, and it's like I just don't get why.
I mean, we're talking about struggles he went through in life and shit. Of course, it's not gonna be the best fucking memories. I mean, but like
at this point, those struggles.
Get through this one. I don't want to hear you on this. I know what I'm saying. Like I don't really want to hear this dude talk about much of this shit because his perspective on it is garbage and his recognition of it is flawed. So half of what you're saying It's not needed. You just don't know. You don't know. And it's okay to not know. Just don't know.
Like, do you have the lyrics pulled up? Read the lyrics.
I will pull them up right now.
All right.
And I've read them a few times.
What I gathered was that it was not a shot at the weekend.
He says bitches are playing P&D in them. Those shorties don't listen to Weekend, is what he says.
I think he's describing a certain type of girl.
What? God said that fucking everybody. Everybody's getting a fucking shot. Even people who he hasn't had anything to do with in years. He's just throwing shot at everybody. And yet also he's like, oh, well, I don't like beef. I don't want to beef too much, guys.
All right, we're not listening to this no more. Listen, bro. I'm gonna put it like this. Drake dropped a good album, and that's a problem for a lot of people. I recognize. You guys expected Drake to come rap. You guys expected Drake to be that nigga and go crazy. You guys expected Drake to talk a lot of shit and be a demon. I understand, bro. But Drake dropped a good album, and we should appreciate it. That's it. That's all. That's all I got for you. Um, I will go through the list one more time for people that didn't get it the first time. Explain the songs that I liked, songs that I didn't like. I will give you an explanation of why, and then we will end this video because that was a mess. I have to skip a lot because it's just talking. Virginia Beat, for sure highlight of the album. Great way to start. I'm In featuring Tizo Touchdown. I like every part of that except for the part with Tizo Touchdown. Calling for You featuring 21 Savage. Great part of this album. Fear of Heights. I could do with it. I could do without it. It's a good song. Daylight. I don't really remember it. Doesn't stand out. First Person Shooter. It's a classic. It was a J. Cole record more than a Drake record, but Drake did his thing, beat it. You know, I'm breaking records on him. I don't give a fuck. It's cool. I don't listen to Yeet. I'm not a big fan of all that shit, so it is what it is. 7969 Santa, fire. Slime You Out, classic. Bahama Promises, classic. Tried Our Best, classic. Screw the World, DJ Screw, RIP. Members Only, I didn't like. It's cool. I didn't like. Drew Picasso, didn't need it. Could have kept that, but all right, it's cool. What Would Pluto Do? I like it. Highlight of the album. All the Parties featuring Chief Keef. Again, not a big fan. 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Not a big fan. BBL Love. Could have kept it. Gently with Bad Bunny. Could have kept it. Rich Baby Daddy with Sex and SZA and Sexy Red. Could have kept it. I like Drake's part, but he didn't get that much of a part. This was a Sexy Red and SZA song. Didn't like it. Another Late Night with Yachty. It was decent. It was good. It was a 7, 8. Away From Home. Classic. I loved it. It spoke volumes. It let you know I'm here now, but look at all it took to get here. And respect that I did that to get. Respect what it takes to get there. That's it. Polar Opposites. Again, a classic. Slept on. Like, this is it. That's it for me. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's not the greatest Drake album. I've seen a lot of people rating Drake albums because of this, but I'm gonna tell you what right now. This is the rating of Drake albums. 1, nothing was the same. I don't care. 2, Take Care. I don't care. 3, CLB. I don't care. 4, If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I don't care. 5, Her Loss. I don't care. That's it. It's my top 5. Feel how you feel. We could discuss it. We could not discuss it. We can argue it. We can not argue it. Whatever. Scorpion's right there. Views is right there. I feel bad for not having views in the top 5, but honestly, listen. All of my lists. There's some view songs that I don't need. I left them all. I'm done though. You feel me? This was a great video. Thank you guys for coming and having a good time with me. You know what I'm saying? It was a vibe.